Hello, my favorite YOGA30 crew. I'm out of town this weekend and I wanted to bring this amazing view to our flow, to our practice, just to switch things up, give you a little bit of some ocean time. So I'm hoping you can hear me over the mic. I'll try to talk a little louder, definitely not my gift in this life, but I'm gonna do what I can to give you a nice flow that's gonna open up through the hips, that's going to just kind of release through that low back. So anytime we're doing that, we really want to tuck through the tailbone and just, again, like I always say, move from the center. So we're going to start the class today in a tabletop shape. I'm so excited to be here at the ocean bringing you some YOGA30. There's a lot of people walking around and this is probably something that I would never do on my own. So thank you so much for helping me get out of my comfort zone and to just not really care what else is going on in the world, because I get to be here with you. So let's start in a tabletop. And we're just going to start with a little bit of hip mobility, similar to what we've been doing all week. So we're going to drop the belly, open the spine, just take a few cat-cows just for that body awareness, for that body connection. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone, and as you inhale, open up your chest to the opportunity of the day. Maybe you can even smell that ocean breeze because it's just like we're right here together. Take one more round as you inhale, open up the chest. Really squeeze the legs apart. And as you exhale, round the shoulders, push into your thumbs, really try to grip your pinkies and your thumbs towards one another. And just coming back to your neutral shape, we're gonna start on the left leg. So flexing through that left foot, come into a nice 90-degree bend. And on your inhale, lift about 2 or 3 more inches. And on your exhale, circle all the way out to the right. Try to make the biggest circle that you can. Bring the knees together, flex your foot, and on your inhale, lift as high as you can without compromising your low back. So we're just gonna go through some really awesome circles. Notice what's happening in your shoulders. Wrap those elbows all the way back. And trying to stay super solid in your core, especially on that right side. Trying to squeeze that knee all the way up, all the way around. Take one more circle, and then we'll switch directions. We'll open up the gate. So inhale, open up to that fire hydrant, all the way back, feeling that space in your right hip. Inhale, lift it up. Take one more just like that. And then we're gonna extend our left leg back, point through your toes, maybe rotate through the ankle, and then we're gonna flex through the foot, and then we're gonna bring that left foot all the way out, try to tap perpendicular to your yoga mat. And then inhale, tap the back of your yoga mat. Exhale, tap the side of it all the way out. So I'm really, really pushing into that left palm. I'm really stabilizing through the core. This is squeezing those arms all the way apart. Good, give yourself 1 or 2 more. And on that last one, see if you can stay with the toes all the way connected onto the mat, bend into your knee, and then just kind of groove into it. Maybe take a stretch, holding on to the outside of the shin. Take some deep breaths. Bringing your hands back. We're gonna extend all the way through that left leg, reach it all the way back behind us, and then bring that left knee down. On your inhale, extend your right leg back, maybe rotate through the ankle, bend into your knee, lift it as high as you can without compromising the low back, and then reach your knee all the way out to the side, take a really big circle. Inhale lifts you up, exhale squeezes you around. Inhale, exhale. Good, and just kind of staying with that. Take about 1 more, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, circle around. Now connect the knees, and on your inhale, reach your leg up to that fire hydrant. Exhale, go the opposite way. So inhale lifts you all the way up. Exhale circles you around. Good, and staying with that, taking a few more. Inhale to lift you up. Exhale to circle, really pulling into that left hip, really pushing into your right palm. Last one. And then just extend that right leg all the way back. Flex through your toes, and then you're gonna tap all the way out to the right side. Inhale, tap the back of your mat. Exhale, tap out to the right side. Inhale, tap the back of your mat. Give yourself 3 more, really squeezing those arms apart. I'm really, really pushing into that right hand. You can come onto the right wrist if that's ever too intense. On this last lateral lift, keep your foot there, bend into it, find your stretch, maybe grab the outside of your right shin, get down in it. bringing your hands back to the mat. Extend your right leg out and just kind of wiggle through that. We're gonna drop the knees. We're gonna bring the knees back just a little bit, walking your hands out so they're just over your shoulders. And we're gonna go into a modified plank. So if you're ready to get down on your plank, do your thing, or just drop onto the tops of the knees, the soft part, and then wrap those elbows back so you can feel a little bit of core activation here. Pull your belly in, and then just begin to lift your right hand and begin to lift your left hand. So you're really flexing through your fingers, like you're just trying to give your yoga mat a nice high five, and just kind of notice if you're like totally opening up to the side. That actually feels really good. If you want to open all the way up, and then we'll get into that core stability just a little bit down the road. Good, so just make sure that's welcome for the hands. Coming back to that modified plank, and then dropping through the chest, dropping through the hips, squeezing your legs together. Begin to lift your left hand and your right hand with a little bit more pace. It's almost like you're a lizard on a hot lava rock and you're like, hee, ha, ha. You don't want to get burned. Side to side. If you're ready, lift up your knees and just keep this going with your plank pose, lifting that hand. Spread those feet as wide as you can to make it a little bit more accessible. Maybe those knees spread nice and low, and you're just squeezing that left arm, that right arm. Give it a little bit more oomph. 3 more times, each side. Right arm, left arm, stable in the hips. Last one. Lower all the way onto your bellies. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, child's pose. Let those shoulders go. Take a big stretch on the side bodies. And when you're ready, tuck through the toes, lift through the hips, find a downward facing dog. We're gonna lift through our right leg, and then we're gonna step our right foot outside our right hand. Coming up onto the fingertips, we've been here before. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Inhale, open to your active squat. On your exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. And on your inhale, upward salute. On your exhale, bend the knees generously to get the belly onto the thighs. Let it go. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back. Plant your palms. Step your left foot back. Take a full push-up if you want it. And then drop the knees. Drop the forearms. Pull your body through an upward facing dog so that you can send your hips high and a downward facing dog. Let's lift up through that left leg, stepping it outside our left hand. Coming up onto those fingertips, take a big breath in, and then step your right foot forward. Inhale, open to your active squat. Exhale, hands to heart. As you inhale, rise to your upward salute. This time, maybe a flat back to a forward fold. Let it go. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Plant your palms, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Take a full push-up if you want it. Drop the knees, drop the forearms. Inhale, pull your body through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Give yourself 3 breaths in your downward facing dog to let your head melt, to let your thoughts just kind of wash away down the ocean. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot outside your left hand. Bend your right knee, step it forward. Inhale, open up to your active squat. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to heart. On your inhale, upward salute. On your exhale, this time come into a flat back to forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant the palms. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Take that push-up if you want it. I'm always gonna give you that option. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift to your tippy toes. And then on your exhale, bend your knees, trying to connect your belly to your thighs. Now stay here as you push into the base of your palms. And then imagine you have a block between your knees. Your legs are not gonna move, but you're gonna squeeze your legs together. So really ignite through that pelvic area. Keep pushing into the base of the palms. Keep squeezing your knees and your inner thighs together, but don't let them touch. Relax the shoulder blades onto the back. Take a big breath. Exhale, drop your heels, straighten your legs. Grabbing onto the outside edge of your left leg. So give yourself a big twist. Maybe bend into that right elbow. Send your left heel down to the mat. Let go of your head. As you inhale, come back to a plank. Add in that push-up if you want to. Go for it. Downward facing dog. And then bring that left hand on the outside of your right leg. So really pushing into that right palm. Maybe bend deeper into that left elbow. Drop your head, not your hat. Keep your hat, but let your head go. Inhale to a high plank. Add in your push-up power if you want it today. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to inhale back to our tippy toes. We're going to bend the knees, and this time we're going to hopper step forward, feet outside the hands. Inhale, open up to your active squat. Exhale, straighten your legs, bring your hands to your heart. Inward to upward salute. This time come into a flat back. Walk your feet out at least wide, a little bit wider than your yoga mat. Extend your arms out beyond your biceps. So we're gonna stay here, but bend into the right knee, keeping that really, really solid connection in your low back. So we're not rounding and we're not overarching, yeah? We're somewhere right in the middle, somewhere sustainable. Begin to pulse into that right leg. And then on your inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, bend into your left knee. Really reaching the biceps by the ears. If that's ever too much, just bring your hands to your hips, squeezing your elbows back. Start to pulse into that left leg. Inhale to center, exhale to the right, keep your arms there. Inhale to center, exhale down toward the left. So maybe you bend a little bit deeper each time. Maybe you really compress onto the hip flexors. Long, flat back. And then on your exhale, forward fold, let it go. Just kind of roll out your low back. So maybe start to take some circles with the hip. Make sure to reverse that side to side. Planting the palms, hopping or stepping to a high plank pose. Taking your push-up if you want it. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Just taking a couple breaths here, maybe about 3 or 4 to reset. Letting your head go. Connecting with your reason, your purpose, your 20 minutes just for you. Taking a few breaths. When you're ready, lifting up through that right leg. And then with the hips squared, we're gonna step our right foot in between our hands. So inhale, open all the way up to the sky. And just arrive into your lunge. Connect your feet into that squishy sand. Just imagine we're here together. Just gently dropping into your back knee and then opening up your hands, bringing them behind your head, maybe gazing up. So with control on your exhale, send your hips back and then reach to your right toes, bow to your practice. As you inhale, connect your right leg, sweep the arms back up, hands behind the head, open your heart. As you exhale, hinge forward, come into that half splits. As you inhale, gently guide your hands behind your head, maybe open up. Give yourself 2 more with control. Bowing however deep. Reaching those arms up, and then just planting your hands down in your low lunge. We're gonna lift up through our back leg. We're gonna step our left foot behind our right, so we're getting crisscross. So just kind of take a forward fold here, bend your knees, and then bringing your hands to your right shin, connect into your left foot, just guide your right foot over into a figure 4 stretch. Taking a deep breath here, maybe supporting your hands either on a chair or on your knees and on your legs lovingly without dumping into them. Squeezing that left hip back, opening up your chest, pulling your shoulders down, elbows in. Taking 1 more breath. And then exhale, bring your hands to the mat, drop your right foot, keep it exactly where it is. Roll your body all the way up. So we've got twisted legs. We're gonna reach our arms all the way to the sky, grabbing onto that right wrist, lifting up on our ribs, and gently side bend, squeeze your legs together. Give yourself 3 breaths to maintain control of what's happening. On your inhale, gently guide your body all the way back. Bend your knees if you wish. Forward fold. Plant your palms, bring your left foot back. Inhale to 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Maybe you take a full hip circle. Maybe you shift the shoulders over your wrists and you find a wild thing. Make it wild, make it yours. Or just open up that hip in your downward dog for 1 more breath. I just got sand all over myself. step your right foot down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to crescent lunge. Step your left foot forward. Sweep all the way up. Greet this brand new day. Relaxing through your shoulders. And then gently guiding your right knee down, hands behind your head. Maybe open your heart to the sky. As you exhale, shift your hips back, reach to your toes, bowing to yourself in your practice. Inhale, reach up, palms face the sky, maybe hands go behind the head, melt your hips. Exhale with control, squeeze those legs back. Inhale with less weight, more gravity. Let it go. Take one more just like that, really pushing into that front heel. Just melting in your heart for a moment. Bringing your hands next to your foot, pick up your back leg, and then step it behind your left foot. So just take a forward fold to gain stability in those legs. Bringing your hands to the left shin, bending your right knee, and then just guiding your foot up, gazing down, finding that stability, crossing your left foot over your right ankle, and then sitting into your chair, however you want to be there. Gazing beyond your nose, flexing your foot, maybe resting your hands on your hips, on a chair, on a child, on a dog. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. This is when we can really send those hips back. Begin to melt your hands back to the mat. Cross your left foot in front of your right. Keep your legs there. Start to roll your body up. Squeeze your legs together as you reach to the sky, grabbing onto that left wrist. And then side bend over to the right. See how strong you can get those legs as you zip into your heels, your inner thigh. One more breath. And then inhale back to center. Bend your knees, forward fold. Lengthen your spine. Step your right foot back. Send your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee, flex your foot, open your hip. Stay here or shift the shoulders over the wrists and then open up to your wild thing. Drop your head. Let your head go. Take one more breath wherever you are. I'm like Indiana Jones, can't lose this guy. Lift your left leg all the way to the sky and drop your left foot down. Let's go through that one more time on each side, or however many times you've got time for. Let's lift up through that right leg, 1 breath per movement. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale to your crescent. Exhale, open up your arms, hands behind your head. Exhale, half splits, maybe reach to the floor. Inhale, guide your hands behind your head. Take that 2 times. Really pushing into the right heel, feeling the control of that left glute. Last one. Inhale to linger in that low lunge, maybe hands behind your head. 1 more moment. Plant your palms down. Step your left foot behind your right. Take a big breath and forward fold. Grab onto your shin, bend your left knee. Guide your right heel all the way up so it crosses over your left knee. Flex your foot. Slow things down. You're here. You're in it. You're making something happen. Squeezing those elbows back. Melting into your body. Forgive me, I keep checking my watch because it helps me record. And if it's not on, then that means I get to do this again. Take 1 more breath, which is never a bad thing. Bring your hands to the mat, guide your right foot down. Keep your legs there, zip your thighs up, push your hips forward. Inhale, open up, grabbing onto that right wrist because your right leg is in front, yeah? And then bend over like we did in our side planks, just push those hips forward, squeeze that arm over to the left. Taking an inhale to center. Bend your knees, bow to you, your practice. Send your left leg back to the back of the mat so you can reach your right leg all the way to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip, maybe flip into your wild thing. Inhale back to your 3-legged dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's get in that left side. Inhale, reach that left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to your crescent lunge. Exhale, drop your knee, bring your hands behind your head, maybe melt to your heart. As you exhale, push into your left heel, find the mat. Inhale as you open up, maybe hands behind your head. Exhale, fold, send those hips back. Inhale, lifting it all the way up. Take one more just like that, and then we'll linger in our low lunge, hands behind your head. Plant your palms down, step your right foot behind your left in your crisscross forward fold. And then grabbing onto that left knee, start to bend your right knee, guide your left ankle over your right knee. And again, let yourself be right here. Sinking into that hip with ease. Notice I said sink and not dump. You're in control for 3, 2. Find your mat with your fingers. Drop your left foot in front of your right. Squeeze your legs together. Roll your body up. Salute the sun, the day. And then gently bend over to the right side, grabbing onto that left wrist. Squeezing the hips forward. So really squeezing your glutes. Inhale back to center. Bend the knees. Downward salute. Step your right foot back. Step your left leg all the way to 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, open your hips, stay here, or shift the shoulders over your wrists, and then flip your dog. Wild thing, do it. Get wild with your bad self. Reaching that left arm to the sky, and then to the top of the mat. Downward facing dog. So feel free to go through that flow a couple more times, really opening up through the sides of the hip. Ending your practice on your back with a nice supine twist. Just kind of give yourself some time to unwind. Feel free to send me an email if you ever have any questions or issues. I'm always here for that. And I'll see you Monday for some mobility. I hope you have an awesome weekend. And I'm so glad that we could do this together.